Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, it's 2024. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and I know for the rest of you that are living in the past, it's probably still 2023. Will you catch up for God's sake? Anyway, we're going to do the rant today. We're going to rant face all over your faces with a big old-fashioned rant. You ready to go? I'm ready to go. Let's go 2024 right now. Hello, welcome to the show. It's 2024, and guess what? Nothing has changed here in the future. Everything's still... Hang on a minute. I'm just looking out the window. What? There is fire, brimstone, cats and dogs living together. The whole world's ending right now. Folks, prepare. I hope you've got cans of soup, beans, corn... Because I'm telling you, I'm in the future and the whole world is ending right now. Politicians have stopped lying. Musicians are making $100 a stream on Spotify. Everything's changed. The whole world's upside down. Good news. So get ready. It's all happening. Happy New Year, everybody. I know you're all about to ring in the new year yourself. But for me, it's a little bit old because it was 8 hours ago. Can you believe it? And boy, was I treated to a wonderful fireworks show from my very balcony. And I live out in the sticks. I don't have the pleasure of watching the grandiose fireworks where they set everything on fire in Melbourne and Sydney, where they take a bridge that transports people to work day in and day out and then just set it on fire for a day. Yeah, I didn't get to see all that. I got to see homemade fireworks from my balcony, and the sheer terror of all of the birds in my area that you've been seeing on my Walk With Me episodes shrieking in absolute fear. And I'm going to share that with you today because this was the view from my balcony. Let's do it, shall we? Let's go over here. Look at this shit. Just wait till you hear these birds. Whoa. There they go, right across the whole sky. And there's Brad coughing in the background. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, that one's right here. I had them flying over my roof. They were everywhere. Listen for the birds. Damn, the birds aren't happy. Those poor birds, terrified. Every year. It is Gaza. Oh man, this is all just from my fucking balcony. I live in a very rough area where people, like, fireworks are illegal here in Australia still. They're fucking everywhere. So it's quite bizarre. And where I live is a very dodgy, there's a lot of criminals where I live. So fireworks go hand in hand with criminals here in Australia. Listen to Brad coughing in the background. That was my New Year. This is my New Year captured forever. Whoa, where the fuck's that one coming from? Man, it sounds like gunshots. Look at this is bonkers. Oh man. Si says they've been going off here for hours, only 9 p.m. Yeah. The same thing here. This was just the peak of it, but yeah, it was going on from about 4 p.m. Listen to Brad. I'm not even listening to Brad. He's talking to himself.
Oh man, one just went right
See?
off my roof.
He's still talking. Still talking. They're flying over my fucking roof. Man, can you see the lights lighting up? They were actually going over my fucking head, man. They were flying over my fucking head. That one flew right over the top of the roof. It was terrifying, to be honest. Man, is that a drone? What is that over there? I don't know if you can see this. What is that in the sky? That is flying. See this thing so here? Low. This thing here. That's not a plane. There, see that? See that there? What the fuck is that? I thought it was a UFO. Look at it. Can you see it where my mouse is? See that? Let me zoom in on it. I can't zoom. Oh, look, look. What the fuck is that? What is it? What the fuck is that? Man. I'm so glad I caught it on camera with my drone. It is a drone. I should be flying. It is a drone. I should be flying my drone right out the window. Whoa! I should be flying my drone right out the window right now. Look at this UFO, this fucking unidentified flying object here. It came out of the sky. It's now, what, does it just disappear? I didn't even see where it went. Listen to poor birds. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, dogs crying, fucking everyone hating it. Oh, what the fuck is that up there? I don't even know what that is. Here's this thing, it's still flying away. I can get that on my camera. Looks like it's flying towards me. And there's Brad in the background coughing even more. Hello, Princess. Oh, I was better say hello to you all. Hello, Princess. Oh, stop coughing, Brad, for fuck's sake. Thomas, Mark Bro, Pookie, Tremor Bear. Oh my God. Greg O'Sullivan, like Hugh Caldwell, hello, Cy Effin, hello, Happy New Year to you all, by the way. Audible Video, damn. Sad New Year to you. Sad New Year. I don't know what that thing is, what that just... Joe Glenn, Barry Glenn, man, Happy New Year, my friends. Fucking on fire here. GK Mac, what's going on? Yeah, nothing changes. Just another day, really. I know that's really doomer talk, but it is what it is, man. I really wanted to, but... Thank you, Thomas, for posting the link to become a Wart Warrior if you'd like to do that. Also, you can become a Patreon. We gave away a bunch of apps this week on the Patreon, and I sent all the apps out today from Patreon, and I got to send out the masters today. Hello, Ed B. Metal. What's happening? We're just watching the idiots in my area shoot off endless fireworks. So to me, I was like, all right, that's done. I guess that's going to be most of it. Did you just see that then? Hang on a minute. Look at this. Did you see that shooting star? Watch this. Watch. I didn't even see this. Watch up here. Look at that. Shooting star. That's going to be most of it. See, somebody on YouTube would put that up and say, that's a UFO. Watch it again. You see, watch up the top here. Here we go. 2 shooting stars. Yeah. That was sick. There'd be some idiot on the internet who's like, oh my God, that's a UFO. You got the wrong one. So yeah, I finished filming all that. And then I walked across the other side of my house. And there was more. This is the other side of my house. So I got 2 balconies, one on each side. I couldn't escape the fireworks. They were just going off. This went on till like fucking 1 in the morning when I was trying to sleep. Good stuff. So there you go. That was my New Year's. I didn't even drink any alcohol, didn't do anything. I just sat there with Brad coughing in my ear while I looked out the window at a bunch of criminals shooting explosions into the sky. Let me talk about fireworks. That's going to be my first rant of the day. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy New Year, LA Grande. Semtex Cow, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, tables and chairs, let me talk about fireworks, because I fucking despise fireworks so much. And I go on this rant every year. You would think, in this day and age, we have the technology, and I know we do. We actually do have the technology, because if you watch fireworks around the world, they're already using lasers in the sky, drones using lasers and lights and stuff like that. We have to get over this fucking insane love of colourful explosions in the fucking sky. It's idiotic. It's so stupid. It damages infrastructure. It fucking kills so many birds. It terrifies animals to the point old people freaking out of their fucking skulls. It is just a fucking idiotic, caveman, brain-dead, stupid practice that we continue to hold on to. I'll tell you why, because tradition. And tradition can go fuck itself, honestly. If tradition fucked off tomorrow, I'll tell you what, we'd be in a lot better place as people. Because do you know how much money they spent to put fireworks on the Sydney Harbour Bridge this year? Fucking $1 billion. Ridiculous. And when I used to live in Sydney, my friends would be like, come on, let's go out and watch the fireworks at Sydney Harbour. And we'd go out there, and as we were going through the city to get to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, to get on to the, the river to watch it all, we're like stepping over homeless people in the streets to get there. And there's just all like, and the government's like going, we spent $1 billion to make boom boom in the sky. I'm glad you could step over all the homeless people to get here. We couldn't even throw them a fucking sandwich. Can you imagine how insulting it is being a homeless person sitting in the city, any major city, laying there as people walk over you as you're soaking in your own piss and shit, desperate for somebody to reach out and help you. And meanwhile, you've got a leader, a politician going, we spent $1 million this year on that one portion of fireworks. Honestly, if we just like shaved off fireworks just for New Year's and put that money towards helping humans and say that's how, at least as a species, our one good deed of the year in the Western world. I don't think it's $1 billion, but I'm just, it's a lot of money, Greg. I think it's, it's a few million. Anyway, it's not like a ham sandwich. I could probably look it up. I'm interested now. How much, let's have a look. Sydney fireworks cost 2023. Let's find out. $7 million. $7 million. Like, none of that could go to, like, somebody. This is the angriest part of the rant today. Thank you so much, Michael, for the kind super chat, and Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. FPC, what is going on? We toned down fireworks in Ireland massively. It was ridiculous. We were putting them everywhere under cast post boxes. Michael Thompson, Happy New Year to you as well. Oh, man, it's sad. It's $1 million. Of course I exaggerated, but I'm making a point. But look at that, $7 million. 8 tons of fireworks, putting those on a bridge as well, on a bridge that people drive over for the whole fucking year. That's like the gateway into the city, right? They have to, you know how much money they actually spend literally on the upkeep of the Sydney Opera House, like not Opera House, the bridge. They have people 24/7, 365 days a year painting the bridge. They go across the bridge, they paint the entire bridge, and by the time they get back, they have to go and start again because of the salt in the water corrodes all the paint and all that stuff, and that's what happens. So they're constantly keeping that bridge flowing and upkept to run traffic, and then they go put explosives. They go put 8 tons of explosives on it every year. I'm just going to say it. I don't care, all right? I sit here every year watching every city's fireworks, hoping that building they just loaded up with fireworks goes down. That bridge that they loaded goes down. I just want to see it. I really want to see. Just well, you did put explosives on it. What did you want to happen? Did you think flowers were going to grow out of it? I don't think so. Tremor Bear, thank you so very much. They do. People just love to blow shit up, don't they? We are monkeys. We are bong bong brains. Let's be truthful about it. But honestly, so we're here to talk about resolutions and stuff today. A word I really hate, resolutions. I like challenges or making plans. Goals. There's a good one. Goals. Resolutions gets thrown around. When I think of the word resolutions, I think of like soccer mums and, I don't know, people I don't like to hang around. Dickheads. Because, I don't know, their resolutions, you know, people who always set resolutions that are way above their pay rate. You know, there's like some 600-pound woman and the bell rings for New Year's and the clock ticks 12 and she's got a Whopper in one hand and a Big Mac in the other and she's eating them both at the same time and then she pulls them out and goes, I'm going to lose 400 kilos this year. And you're like, no, you're not. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, maybe just try for, I don't know, 20 kilos. Something a bit more realistic, you know what I'm saying? Or leaving things unresolved. Hi, Falcon Blueser. Happy New Year to you and Heather. I hope for everybody it is going to be a happy 2024 because 2023 for a lot of people has been very, very tough. Very tough, yes. And this is the thing. I think sometimes as people we forget that it's not just like this year was tough. Nearly every year is tough. Like it's not like it got super, super tougher than fucking the year before. But every year has challenges and things we don't expect to happen, you know. And some years you maybe might escape and get through a little bit and be like, yes, not too much happened this year. And then as soon as you say that out loud, a piano falls on you, you know. You've got to be careful what you verbalize. So, is it best to like have resolutions? Do you have resolutions? Do you have challenges? Do you have things that you want to say in the chat? You want me to read out and have on record forever? We're going to start this way today. I'm asking you in the chat live, and if you're watching on the replay, you can leave comments below, and you won't be shamed, but your comment will be there forever. And next year, I'll go back to this show, and I'll bring everything up, and I'll rub your nose in it, and I'll make you feel like the shit that you are. All right, does anybody want to step up and tell me? Kim's already just done it. My goal for 2024 is to repurpose my grandma's 1940s stereo into a record cabinet so I can listen to the new DreadCircus album. Alex Backers, Happy New Year to you. My resolution is 24-bit. Yes. There you go. Well, at least it's consistent. It's not overstepping, you know. You'll be good. You'll be able to upload to DistroKid with that there, Alex. 2024 will be 60 years in music. Didn't think I'd make it to 50. Congratulations to you, Michael Thompson. Thompson. Why did I say Tom? Did I say Thomas? Why? I'm looking at Thomas next in the list. Thomas Thompson. My resolution is to speak properly. Hugh says, my resolution is not to have resolutions. Well, that's a fucking resolution, you snake eating your own tail. What are you doing? You can't have a resolution where you don't have a resolution because that's a resolution. Oh, my God. We could be here all day explaining this in a circle. Mixed Club says, I'm going to be nice. No monkey shines and I will not be word starting in an hour. I'm so glad you won't be word. Fat Panic says, I'm going to give up Coke or at least give up paying for it. You guys. My only resolution is that people will get the same kind of shit they had for the last few years. I like it that way. Oh, all right. Be nice to Russ is the resolution. Why? Don't take shit from anybody for being myself, says Falcon Blueser. Good. That's mine too. Pookie's jumped on the I'm not having a resolution, but it's a resolution. The Clayton's resolution. The resolution you're having when you're not having a resolution. You thought I'd like that, Kim? Thanks very much. I did. I enjoyed that. It was very good. Okay. Hey, Mark's Gas Station, what is happening? Or GAS Station, Feisty Feather, Heather, what is happening? Happy New Year to you both. Am I catching anyone else's? GK Max says, no resolution, just trying to be a bit better than yesterday, just like every day. Absolutely. Keep it simple. I, on the other hand, do have some goals. My resolution is to be less stupid. That's 2 resolutions, Hugh. Damn, you're not doing good today. We're going to help out Hugh there. So, my resolution is to put together my AI backing singers. Nice one. You need to give them all names. Rhett's going to start taking his meds every day. My resolution is to try to not become more mental. Nice. Happy New Year, Alan, Vincent, as well. All right. Would you like to hear some of my resolutions for this year? Well, they're not resolutions. I really got to stop saying it. It becomes force of habit. Yeah, it gets this time of the year and you just say it. All right. I have put a lot of thought into what I want from this year. I'm not going to lie. Let me tell you a little bit. I spoke to my patrons this weekend like I do. I try to be transparent with the way the channel runs here, how it's doing. Yeah. And because people who are on my Patreon, they're like, as Pete John says, they're like my shareholders. They literally, really help fund and keep this channel alive, as do many of you who support me with SuperChats and all that kind of stuff. This 2023 for this channel, which has only been going since, June 2020, this channel's only been going. It feels like a lot longer. For the longest time, this channel feels like it's been growing at a very slow pace. But the best news is, is that it's been growing. And if you are considering starting a YouTube channel or investing more time into a YouTube channel, don't get discouraged if growth seems slow. Yeah, I see Michael is doing like his showcases on artists and stuff like that. So I know there's lots of people who are starting to get their channels off the ground. My advice, as somebody who's still not very good at this and doesn't pay attention to a lot of the YouTube channels that tell you how to be a better YouTuber, how to do this, how to have the best thumbnails, I don't really subscribe to that shit. I watch it, but I don't take notice of it because every time I watch it, I see many channels all looking the same as that channel that just told you to do this. And I don't want to look like everybody else. I think the thing to have a more successful YouTube channel is to just be as unapologetically you as possible and make the mistakes in front of people and try new things and really just step out on a ledge and, just go for it. Just try things. Really just try things. Congratulations, Mac, on getting 1,000 subs on your second channel. This year, my goal was to get to 3,500 subscribers before the end of the year. And we did that. At least 3 weeks before the end of the year, that happened. So that goal was knocked off. The other goal was to, branch out and do lots of different things and try different avenues. And Walk With Me happened this year. We tried a few different things that worked and didn't work, and that's all good. Was to maintain my sponsors with DistroKid and to just try and up the game of the quality of live streams. And as the year went on, some of that changed. See, resolutions mean shit because at the end, by this year, I started to look at my channel a little bit differently. It's always going to be about apps. Yeah, that's that. Because I think when you start a channel, even if it's a niche channel, use that thing, have a niche, use that thing. But over time, I started to realize that it's not about apps. It's about your personality as well. Do people want to listen to you? Do they give a fuck about even... So that's how this show started, the rant, was, do people want to listen to me talking nonsense for an hour a week and just sitting here? And yes, it seems like that way. So that inspired the Walk With Me series as well too. So I'm going to take this channel next year, or this year now, into... I have plans. I have plans, and I really hope that you'll all come along with me because those plans, they're a little bit grandiose. I really want to take this overseas. The Walk With Me series is going to continue. It will become a bigger part of this channel. I will be taking you all on more adventures around Australia, around Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Queensland. We may even go to the Northern Territory and go to Ayers Rock and take you on these adventures. This is what's on the roadmap. This is my goals for this year. G'day, Hubs. Happy New Year, my friend. Then we're going to take you to Southeast Asia in a few months' time. I'm going to take you all to Southeast Asia. I'm going to eat bugs for you. I'm going to ride the back of an elephant. And all of it's going to be around making music. Yeah, so the music will still be there. Your music will be featured in all of this stuff. I want to interact more with you and give you people in this community projects for Walk With Me. What do you think of this? Getting people to write specific music for each episode using particular apps that come out. I have lots and lots of plans. Also on the list of plans, so, challenges that I want to set for myself is I want to take the show to the UK and to the US. And I want to do some Walk With Me's with you and combine my interviews with Walk With Me episodes and walk with you and talk with you while getting fit and listening to your music. There's some really big, these are very big ideas that I have. And hopefully you can come along and join me for them because I will make them happen. Yeah? I will do everything in my power to make these things happen because I feel like this is where I want to go with the channel. These are the choices I'd like to make. These are the challenges I'd like to set for myself because you can sit here and do the same thing over and over again. And it gets boring. And I get bored very easy. I've got the bug to get healthy, to get fit, and to get better because I'll tell you why. Let's just talk about my health. Most of you know I have an incurable disease, an incurable blood disorder called ITP. I cannot clot blood. I've talked about it on the channel. I try not to drum it in too much because you know what? When you get dealt a blow, if you dwell on it so much, it can turn you into a mess and you can just focus on that and then your whole life revolves around that and you start doing things around letting that dictate the things that you want to do in life. Where last year, I really tried to put ITP over here and not let it dictate so much of my life and have me work around it like it was just some annoying kid in the corner that we just had to work around, right? So, and it worked out a lot better because I can't fix that. I can't ever fix it. And the reason is I don't have a spleen. I can't, if I get a fever, if I get sweats or anything, I immediately have to go to hospital. So, because I could die, because I don't have the power to fight off infection. Right? So there's that. But as soon as you're able to compartmentalize that and put that over here, then it was time this year to get well, to make everything else healthy. Because for the longest time, I let that illness dictate everything else, and it let everything else fall to shit. My weight, my blood pressure, my breathing, everything was just terrible. As soon as I was able to put it over here and focus on other things, just the small things that you can change, this doesn't seem so bad. Yes, I still wake up every day covered in blood. Yes, I sometimes have blood noses for like 4 hours. Yes, I throw away so many sheets and stuff like that that you wouldn't fucking believe because they're soaked in blood. Yesterday, there was a pool of blood in my kitchen that I really didn't want to clean up because it was revolting. Hello, Penda. Happy New Year to you. But it doesn't matter because everything else around it is okay. And these things can just be cleaned up and move along, right? So that is why I'm trying this year to set goals, crazy goals, and just continue to reach them, because you can make anything happen if you want it to happen. You can. You can't solve world peace. You can't change the climate with a click and fix stuff like that. You can't save the homeless with a click. But at least if you start looking after your own home, your own temple, your own mind, your own space, then you can go out into the world and hopefully share some of that with people. And it's those small stones that can change things over time, right? So I'm getting a bit preachy, of course. It is the halfway point. I'm going to run the ad. So here on the channel, halfway point of the show, I run a YouTube ad, because if I don't, they're going to put them in random places and people are going to get snarky with me and angry. So there's the ad. I ran it now. If you'd like to avoid the ad, you can become a YouTube premium subscriber. You may or may not get the ad. I hope that you didn't. Hey, ho, hey, Happy New Year to you, my friend. All right. Something else that is happening. Let me tell you about another goal that is happening over the next 2 months. This is the first thing we're jumping into. Thailand, I'm hopefully looking at March. I got a lot of money to raise to do. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. For me to go to Thailand and do this whole 2 weeks in Thailand and film, hotels, flights, food, all this stuff, I've costed the entire thing at 3,500 Australian dollars, which I need to raise by about February or middle of February. I've already put deposits down on some of the hotels and I've put a hold on some of the flights. It's an undertaking. Yeah, this is a big, big undertaking, but I can guarantee you, I know that it's going to be something very entertaining. I mean, it won't be live streams. It will be a huge number of shows that you will get of me eating bugs. But the whole premise of it is going overseas to walk, get fit, and to record a song on the back of an elephant, on a beach, at a strip club, on a river, with a Bengal tiger. And you can, we will be having, the idea is they'll be having polls where you can decide the dangerous things I have to do. So there will be challenge videos as well. Oh God, what am I doing? So there will be challenge videos and I will give you a poll of things you would like to see me do. And I know you're all going to choose the really bad things. And I really hope you do, because I don't give a fuck. I will do them because life is too short. But before we even get to going to Thailand and starting off that whole journey, the next 2 months on the channel are going to be something I hope you're going to enjoy, because I really have to do it. I need closure. I need to close a door on something. It has to be done. So we will be finally starting this week coming, finishing my DreadCircus album. here are all the tracks. This is the album. It is basically complete. It is ready to go. This has been something I've been working on for way too many years. I don't even want to say the number because it's dog shit embarrassing. But this album is ready to go pretty much. All I need to do is wrap up vocals. So I'll be doing some shows, wrapping up the vocals and showing you the process. I mean, we are at a stage with these songs where they are virtually all mixed, all ready to go. I mean, I can anywhere just hit play. On any one of them, and this is, I mean, that's track 1. You know, there's 24 tracks here. I can just at any time open one, track 12, and we'll start this here. So basically, these songs were started out in GarageBand way back in 2010. Fuck me. 2010 in GarageBand on iPad. And over the years, they've gone through many, many changes. They ended up being moved over into Auria Pro on iPad. And then when we had Logic drop last year, I imported all these tracks back into Logic now, so everything's all in here, ready to go. It's an incredibly how do I say, varied album. Very, very, very different. Every song's completely different from each other. This will be released over 2 albums. This will be a double album. So yeah, this will be the thing. For me to be able to move on and accomplish the things that I want to accomplish this year, I have to close a door. And this is a very important door that needs to be closed because what is happening, folks, let's play one more second of something else. All right, so why is this important? Another challenge or thing that I'd like to set myself this year, something I feel incredibly guilty about, and it's because of this album it's not happening as well. Because I have this album hanging over my head, it's an albatross, and I keep going and releasing something by FMC or Utensils or something else, and I just don't come back to this. And this is my main thing, and I've got to get this done because in 2024, I want to be much more a part of this community and I want to collaborate with more of you and be able to add some vocals to some of your music if you need it and maybe get some of you to play on my things. I need to do this. I need to get this thing finished so I can be more of a part of what you do. And it's been irritating me for a long time because I always say, I'm too busy to do this. Well, I shouldn't be so busy. I can take the foot off the brake on the channel a little bit and not be so hardcore. Yeah, and try to take the channel and just squash it down and make it more focused. And that's the other goal of 2024 is to really focus and zone in on things and not be so sporadic, yes? So this album is very important to get finished, and we will kick this off. It'll be next week that we start kicking it off, going through the songs, and I'll be working every day on finishing vocals. And most of the shows you're going to see are going to be mixing and mastering, because sitting through my vocal process can be very irritating, let me tell you that, because I'm a perfectionist. But we will do a few shows on the vocals. The other thing that needs to be finished is the utensils clip, which is pretty much ready to go. We'll have some shows on that soon. All right, let's cover another thing that is going to happen on the channel, and then I need to talk about my friend Brad for the closing out on this. Since leaving the house and starting to go out and get healthy and stuff like that, I've realized there's another component of my life that is missing. I need to perform live again. I feel like I have a little bit more to give. Happy New Year, okay? Cleaning, prepping, cooking, and drinking. I hope you're not prepping for the apocalypse, because it's happening outside my window right now, because I live in the future, and it'll be there in a few hours. Hello, Jenny. Happy New Year to you, Jenny and Ron. And Zach, all the best for you, my friend Zach. Happy New Year to you. All right. I would like to perform again. And I know I get to perform here on YouTube every weekend, but that's great. But if you got to see my show yesterday, well, it wasn't my show. I had a special guest, Gladys Worthington. Stuff like that is really, I'm starting to feel like I miss doing that. Now, I used to do a lot of Melbourne comedy festival stuff with Gladys Worthington. And I used to perform a lot of music on stage. And I, in the past, have written 2 theatre performances that I have toured around and even been and performed in the UK with this show. By the end of this year, I'm going to take you on a journey as well, and I'm going to prepare a theatre production, a one-person theatre production, and there'll be shows here on how it's being made, and it'll be a what's the word I'm trying to think of, a multimedia production with video, live music, recorded music, jokes, stories, comedy, the whole thing. I've done 2 of these shows before and taken them around Australia. And I want to take you on the journey of that to show you the process of putting together a show and writing something and then going ahead and going through working with promoters, advertising, getting on festivals, and then having somebody come out with the new cameras and stuff that I have, and letting you see it happen, letting you see from start to finish what it takes to do a production and take it on the road and try to once again revive a life career that I used to have. And I want to see if we can do it. I would love you to come along. And you can see all the mistakes and all the bumps in the road and everything that I do here on the channel. And hopefully we get to the end and go, wow, it happened. And trust me, there's going to be a lot of bumps all the way through. It's going to be letdowns. There's going to be anger from me. There's going to be big moments. There's going to be costs that are just going to be stupid. I'm going to be crying over it. But the goal is to have this done. I know this is a long ways off, so don't be discouraged of the length I'm talking here. To be ready by the Adelaide Feast Festival later this year. It's an LGBT feast festival, kind of like Pride, but it's more like a theatre, movie, musician kind of festival that runs for 2 weeks. And they normally fly you out and put you in hotels. I used to do these festivals all the time. And if I can get onto that festival and have everything done, then that means I'll have a show ready to go that I can just take to the next festival, which will be the Melbourne Midsummer Festival. And then we can go to the Mardi Gras Festival in Sydney. And then we can go to the film and the theatre festival, and maybe even get something onto the comedy festival the year following. I think it's an exciting thing to try and do on the channel. And this is more where I want to take this channel. I want to take you guys on these journeys and show you can do anything. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah. So I hope I can pull it off. Well, that came out wrong, didn't it? Sunshine Archer, Happy New Year to you. And thank you all for the year that was 2023. I'm just circling back now. I had a really great year on this channel. I reached 3,500 subscribers. You guys are so supportive of everything I do here, be it on Patreon. I thank all my Patreons, all the people who are members, all of you who donate and all of that. Now, while we're talking about that, apparently there's some new trick I can do, and I don't know where to do it. Apparently I can give away memberships, but I don't know how to do it. Because I wanted to give away some memberships today, but I really don't know how to give away memberships here. And I'm trying to find out how to do it. I should have asked Clay how to do it. I thought you would do it by clicking on the chat. Let's do a quick search. YouTube. Memberships. Because apparently now you can give away 10 memberships a month on your channel. Tap live chat membership gifting. So I don't know. I'm doing it. So there we go. Silence YouTube. Premier live stream within the tap live chat. Let's see if I can do it. All right. Fan funding. Is this where I do it? No, that shows that. Go to live chat. Boom. Live chat. Within the live tap members gifting. It doesn't say anything. Oh, here we go. There it is. Look at this. You have 10 memberships to give away. Did that work? Happy New Year to all those people who are getting a membership right now. In fact, let's do it one more time because you get 10 per month and today's the end of the month. So I've got to get rid of them. Let's do it. Let's give them now. We got, boom. We're going to get rid of them. Go, 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 go. Boom. Is this one going to work? Yeah, there you go. 10 more memberships, 5 more memberships. Happy New Year, everybody. So hopefully you got one. If you didn't, what can I do? All right. So lots of good stuff happening here on the channel. Let me tell you, 3,500 subs. All the support you guys give me. Without your support, I can't pay the bills. I rely on this solely now, YouTube, for income. This is my life now, nothing else. So I can't thank you all enough for trusting me, for allowing me into your lives every day and believing. And this is what this show's about today. It's not about setting crazy resolutions where I'm going to punish myself if I don't achieve them. It is reminding you I want to take this so much further, right? I'm not sitting here resting on my laurels. I appreciate you all so much that I just want to make the content better and better and bigger and better. I want to become like a Mr. Beast, but a transsexual version. What am I talking about? Mark Bro, thank you so much for gifting subs. DJ Big Red, Happy New Year. Hambo Hounslow, Happy New Year to you. yeah, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? You can do it. And I want to see all of you grow. I want to continue to support you guys, and I want to see your music happen. Happy New Year to you, Blue Unicorn, the sexy voice, and Strange Fish. Happy New Year. I really hope everyone has a much better year this year. And I can't wait to see what you guys do this year. I can't wait to see the further growth. I can't wait to see all the music you release. I can't wait to see the continued support you give to each other. It really is mind-blowing. It blows my fucking mind. Speaking of, let's go out with this because Pete Johns has Your Music Live coming up next. So tomorrow on the show we had our top 25 songs. Yes, you Blue Unicorn, you sexy voiced creature. What the fuck? So we had the top 25 songs last week or just gone. Tomorrow, top 25 apps. We're going to take a look at the top 25 apps. And you may disagree with them. And I'm going to ask you what you think your favorite apps were, the apps that helped you make music this year. But I'm going to go through mine. And they're going to be weird and strange. And some of them are going to be like pretty navel-gazy, pretty boring because they have to be in there. But we're going to take a look at them. We're going to, dedicate some time to the amazing developers who continue to support this channel. So not only do you guys support me so very much, but the developers, who give me codes all through the year and give codes to give away to my Patreons. Then we have companies who give me things like this to review, IK Multimedia and many other companies that give me stuff to review. And then there's DistroKid. And I'm going to tell you now, I have another sponsor coming on board for 2024. We'll tell you a bit more about it soon. It's all fresh, and I don't want to jinx stuff, but we got some cool stuff, some really exciting things happening. I know you're going to love it. So, you may have seen on the weekend this happened, or should I say it didn't happen. My friend Brad Example has been building up to this for so long. I know most of you know Brad Example, and you've probably grown to love his music. He's an incredible musician, and he's an incredibly beautiful soul, and a fucking pain in the ass too. But the one thing about Brad is that you might not know that Brad's in a lot of pain every day, more than you can imagine. He can barely move. He's in a chair, and if he sits there for a very short period of time, he can't move. He basically needs a hip replacement. He's a basket case. Right? And this guy used to perform live and he was a rock star. And all of that has been taken from him. And now he's almost like, I'm just going to say it, he's almost like a cripple sitting in a chair every day watching us all. And I know he wishes he could produce much more music and be much more involved in this community. So over the last few months, we've been trying to build to Brad being able to do live streams and share his music with us all. I sent him a webcam that I don't use anymore. His grandma bought him a powered hub so he can have his ring light and everything. He got a new interface. His mum bought him a brand new guitar. And then this weekend he tried to do his first live stream and his computer died. This computer is a piece of shit. He's been carrying it around for so long. It's like a 10-year-old computer. Good God, it has 4 gig of RAM. It's fucked. So we decided to try and set up a GoFundMe for him. The link is pinned to the description up the top. We'd love to see Brad do some live streams. He's got all the gear except the fucking computer. And so far, many kind people have donated. And we set a target of $1,000 to get him a computer that just has at least 16 gigs in it. And something that he can just stream in. That's it. Because he can barely leave his fucking chair. And there's his new guitar that his mum got him. And yesterday, 50 people rolled up to watch him play, and the entire stream just died. And it was heartbreaking because he was just brokenhearted. Yeah? So if you can, yeah, that would be rad. If you can't, just tell him you love him. So I know things are tough, but there's the link there. I'll also, if you wanted to support him with a PayPal, I will put a PayPal link in the description of this so you can do it straight to his PayPal. That's up to you because, GoFundMe take a bit extra money. But I just want to finish on that. It would be really nice to see him stream. He's got his next stream set up, but it's just going to happen again. It's just going to crash again because the computer's fucked. It takes fucking like 25 minutes to boot up. And then when he opens a Chrome browser, it just sits there frozen for like 18 minutes. It's... Man, I would have thrown that thing away ages ago, but there you go. All right, let's go out today and bring in the new year with what I would like to see happen this weekend. I'll put the PayPal in the description. I'll put the GoFundMe in the description if you'd like to help. And, I'll do that as soon as the show's over. But this is what I want to see Brad do this weekend coming. And that's this. Little Birds. Brad Example. He's today's featured artist. Happy New Year, everybody. I really hope for 2024 so much great stuff happens to you and so little bad stuff. Let's do this together. Let's all rise together. Brad Example, Little Birds. Pete John's up next. Boom.
Same old story. He's getting old and lives alone in a brick house. Down the road from me and never goes out. Waiting by a phone that never rings. He had a bird once, and every day his bird would sing a sweet song. Never flew away until one day it sang one final love song. And he loves until his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love songs. Stares out the window down the road from me and watches the kids play. It's an old oak tree that stands between their homes with roots tangled in the clay. And the tears roll down a face that only tears have ever known. And all this time reflecting back a past could have fallen from an old man's nameless eyes. And he loves until his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love songs. his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love song. Same old story. We're getting old and live alone in these brick homes. The curtains close and life goes on to the sound of a lonely bird's love song.